Alicia Pringle. Here we are. It's the oppressive heat of summer, and we are sitting here and we're talking about holiday preparedness. Now, there's at least a nice chill in the air here because I've got the AC blowing on me, but it's not enough to fool me. Now, you and we've worked together for a really, really long time. I mean, I just think about all the meetings that we've been to, all of the different events that we've attended, but like doing this, I don't think we've ever done this before, have we?
No, I think first time, and I'm so excited to be here. Can't wait to talk with you today.
Well, it's something that we really should have done long ago because you're such an expert in this space. You've worked with so many small business owners. You got such deep expertise, and I'm really looking forward to talking all things holiday preparedness with you. So I hope you're ready.
I am.
Okay, let's dive in. So, why is it so critical for small businesses to show up online before the holiday season, especially this year?
I think we all know holiday shopping starts earlier every single year. Those holiday displays just seem to always come out earlier and earlier, way before Halloween. I think even before school season starts anymore. I always just start to see them, and I get excited for the holidays. But as a small business owner, you may not be excited as me. I know you've got a lot going on, and I will say this is definitely the time to get started preparing for the holidays. You can start making your list of tasks, checking it twice and just getting ready. Your customers are starting to research gifts in September. I can tell you personally, I am already thinking about my gift list. And, like Nicole said, it's still hot outside. It doesn't feel like the holidays yet. But your customers, they're going to start researching it in September, certainly starting to build their cart, look around at different stores in October, and certainly buying before Thanksgiving hits, before that turkey is even on the table. And then this year, you throw another thing in the mix, which is those AI search results. So we've got the Google AI overviews when you search. You've got ChatGPT now, which a lot of people are going to directly, not even going to Google. And AI search results, unlike traditional Google search results where they show that list of different websites, AI search results will only show a handful of websites. People might click on them, people may not, they might just read. So it is really, really vital to start preparing your marketing, updating your website now so that you have a good chance of being one of those websites that do show up in those AI search results.
What's a common mistake that you see small business owners making as they're starting to prepare for that holiday visibility?
The most common mistake small businesses make when preparing for the holidays is waiting too long. I know personally I'm a bit of an early bird, but not everybody is. And small business owners, I give you all the credit in the world. I know you are some of the busiest people around, but waiting too long could really hurt you during the holidays. It's important to start early. AI is your friend in starting early. So use ChatGPT, use Google Gemini, other tools out there to help you create that website content, create the marketing materials, create those social media posts. Now, the other part of this too, another mistake that's very common to make is only updating one place. So maybe you're just updating your Instagram, and that's great. I'm all for Instagram, but it's really important that you also update your website. If you've got a blog, which I recommend you do, update your blog, update your Facebook, even your LinkedIn, especially for service-based businesses or B2Bs. Update, if you're a business who uses TikTok, update your TikTok. Just make sure that you are updating all those channels that you're on. If you're stale on one channel, that could really decrease consumer confidence in your business and who you are as a brand.
If a business is not showing up in search results, what's that real world impact to them during the busy peak holiday season?
It's Very much. So if your business isn't showing up in search results, it's very similar to being invisible, which it's sad to say, especially with the AI results and not seeing as many results in the AI overviews. But if you're not showing up this time of year, it's like being invisible. And people are actively looking to buy during the holidays. It's the one time a year when they want to spend their cash. So that's a really big deal. And you want to take advantage. It's not just about clicks, but we're talking about losing revenue here. So you do want to make sure that you stay organized, that you do invest the time in updating your website, putting your products on there, working on your promo materials like your holiday photos or your holiday gift bundles, and that you are updating your social media profiles with posts about them.
Do you think that AI is actually changing things for small businesses and how they show up online?
Yes, I know a lot of people are not the happiest with AI search results right now and the limited number of websites and mentions that show in them. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of upsides to AI. AI, so ChatGPT, AI website builders, they help business owners get those websites up faster. They help you update them more often with some really great content, especially if you're not working with a marketing team today. If it's just you, think of AI as that assistant that you got for your business. And yes, AI has changed how search works, but it has made search much more personalized and much more specific. So think about, what is my audience searching for? And then create some content around that. Make sure that you're answering those questions. When people come to your website, they should be able to find the answers to those questions very easily. And the more likely that they can do that, the more likely that AI search is also going to pick you up and list you as one of the websites or one of the responses in the results.
If a small business owner comes to you and they say, I don't need a website, I'm doing business on social media, I'm selling my products on social media, what would you say to them?
So I would say you're doing the right thing. Keep it up on social media. So great job. But social media, think of it as renting instead of owning. You don't own your followers. You can't always control your reach. But with your own website, with your own domain name, those are yours. You do have much more control over them. And we talked about AI search results here. AI search results, they source part of their content from what you got on your website. So that's where having that content on your website that is in your brand personality, in that voice of your brand that answers the questions that your audience is searching for, that has those trust signals, those reviews, that's all content that AI will source and put you in the AI search results as a result of that. Also think about Google Business Profile, the different social media sites, make sure you're on all of those. It's just a great way to balance being on social media and having a little bit of control, but then also having your own house, your website, your domain name, and being able to actively control what you got on there.
In your view, what separates the businesses that are winning during the holidays versus those that are just getting lost in all the noise?
The businesses that are the winners during the holiday season are the ones that really come prepared. So it is a little bit of the early birds out there. Though I certainly love our night owls, but it is the early birds out there. It's really important to stay organized, get organized early, use AI to help you, and just be really clear and really present across all the channels. You want to make sure that you don't just post, once and then, kind of hope that people engage with you. Hope is not a strategy. It's really vital that you are posting on social media throughout the holiday season and leading up to the holiday season as well. That helps make you a little bit more authentic on social media, that you're not just all about the purchase. And this just helps create a very connected experience across your website, across social media, your blog, your local listings like Google Business Profile, your email marketing, your text messaging, and then if you do have an in-store presence, your physical presence as well.
I love that, Alicia. Hope is not a strategy. I feel like that would be like your quote.
Indeed.
All right, it's story time. So, can you share a story or an example of a small business that boosted its visibility online and actually saw results?
Yes, and I've got a great one here. So we worked with a wellness retreat company based in very beautiful Sedona, Arizona, very peaceful place. And I recognize when I say wellness retreat, you're probably thinking, well, that's not your typical holiday business. But because of the SEO work that we did earlier in the year, we helped them be in a really great position when the holiday season rolled around. So we actually got their site ranking on Google for about 260 search queries, including terms around women's healing, spiritual retreat, some really great phrases that have quite a bit of monthly searches. And that visibility that we got earlier in the year led to more than 700 clicks just from organic search. So that put us in a great position, right when shoppers were looking for a bit more meaningful, more experience-focused holiday gifts, not just your usual candle or something like that, but a really just wonderful holiday gift. That put us in great position for those people who were looking around. So it's just a really great example on how showing up early, even for those somewhat non-traditional small businesses for the holidays, that really sets you up to win later, even in those unexpected ways.
Yeah. I mean, it's not traditional, but I'd love a gift like that. If my husband's
Absolutely.
listening or my parents, like,
Yeah.
whisk me off to a retreat like
Yeah.
that. I would love it.
That's on my wish list. You know it.
Uh, So, small business owners, they're running around. They're trying to do a million different jobs. So, likely, if they're short on time, what are a few high impact things that they could do that would actually boost their online visibility when it's peak season?
So for small business owners, I just want to say you are unsung heroes. We give you all the credits. So if you are short on time, and I know you probably are, here's where to focus. So first, update your website homepage with those holiday offers, with those holiday products. Make sure they are really front and center, easy for people to see them who come to your website. Second, I've talked a lot about updating not only your website, but also your social media profiles, your Google Business Profile. Make sure you do that. It doesn't have to be extensive. You don't have to be doing multiple posts per day, but at the very least, put some holiday promos on there, some teasers, maybe some designs. If you're doing some landing page designs, any photos of your products for the holidays. And then for those in-store businesses, any updates on your hours that you want to share with your audience. Make it very easy for your audience to understand what you got going on this holiday season. And then third, it's really important to at least create one seasonal landing page. That way you could very easily show it in your emails, in your SMS messages. You could include a link to it, social media. So again, make sure your homepage, you've got your holiday stuff right front and center on your homepage. Make sure you're updating your social media, your Google Business Profile, and then have just at least that one landing page that has everything very centrally located so that you could share that across channels as well.
Great advice. I know we started this conversation talking about now is the time to prepare for the holidays. But do you really believe that? Like, do you, Alicia Pringle, really think that now July, August, is that too early? And if you start counting back from Christmas, 90 days, 60 days, 30 days, a week out, what should small businesses really be doing at those important mile markers?
Well, I can tell you as a shopper, I've already started thinking about
Of
my
course
holiday.
you have. You're so organized and you're so prepared.
I am very much a planner, so I can tell you I absolutely love this question, and now is the time to start. And I'm a big person. I'm a big fan of breaking things down into a 30, 60, 90-day approach. And that's exactly what I would do here, kind of working backwards from 90 days all the way up to a week before the holidays. So, how we want to approach this: first, calm down. You'll get it all done. It'll be okay. AI is your friend. But at 90 days, so think mid to late September, that is going to be a really big month for you. So be prepared. But again, you're starting early. So this is the place where you're starting to put finishing touches on the products that you'll market during the holidays. Or, if you're more of a service-based business, maybe putting together some holiday offers or gift cards, that type of thing. You're putting together a promo calendar. So you may want to perhaps offer different discounts at different times during the holidays, leading up to the holidays. You're creating holiday themed product photos. So, say you are a candle business, you might want to do some photos with, a background with maybe some red twinkly lights or some blue, twinkly lights, things like that, just to put a little personalization on it, get people in the holiday spirit. And then you're also putting together some of your marketing materials as well. Now, at this time, you are also sprucing up your website copy. So again, AI is your friend here, but always make it unique, add your personal touch. Make sure that when you are working on sprucing up that website copy, try to think about, what is my audience searching for? How would my audience look for me? So whether, they're going to ChatGPT to do that, or they're going to Google, try to get in their mindset a little bit. They're probably not going to think exactly like you as a business owner. So try to think, what would they be searching for to find you? And then put those phrases or those questions, put those right in your website copy. From there, if you got a blog, which it's always good to have one, would recommend having it. Make sure that you're starting to update your blog for the holidays too, your social media, everything. This will help you rank in those traditional search results, but then also help you rank in the Google AI overviews and ChatGPT as well. And again, use AI here to help. Now, that starts to come to crunch time a little bit. So this is where we're at about 60 days, think mid-October. So you might feel like you're in the Halloween spirit. There's that fall chill in the air. You're holding your pumpkin spice latte. But I'll tell you, I'm still all about snow on the ground and the holiday season being here. So that's really where your head needs to be at. So here, you've got your website looking good. You've got marketing materials somewhat prepared. You got your landing pages up. You've got your product photos done. So what you want to do now, first, make sure your Google Ads campaigns, make sure that you're updating them to advertise your promos. So don't forget to do that. You want to update your business listings to include those additional photos of your holiday products. Never hurts to do that. Add a little holiday flair to them. Update your hours. If you're a local business, update your hours. Make sure your website is listed there. And then for your social media pages, start posting those photos of your holiday products. Start teasing some of the promos that you're going to have going on. And at this point too, there's those early birds like me who want to start shopping early, but they want to do it when those holiday promos and discounts are out there. So do start advertising those early bird discounts to get shoppers in early before that November and December rush. Then we come up to 30 days. So at this point, we are heavy into the holiday season. We're attending those holiday parties. Thanksgiving is on our mind. but it is definitely a little bit more than turkey at this point. So you're around mid-November, you are actively promoting. So that's through social media, through Google Ads, through email marketing, SMS text messages. And what you want to do is balance self promotion, which I know can be a little tough. You may not be comfortable promoting yourself, or if you're, say like an artist or something like that, it might feel a little odd to talk about yourself and really hype yourself up. What I'm going to say, do it. Your competitors are doing it. Just do it with authenticity and with a brand voice that really can resonate with your audience. So just be yourself, but do you talk about your products? Do you talk about your services? And just try to get out who you are. That's ultimately what your audience wants. And that's why they're going to connect with you versus your competitor. And then finally, at 7 days, there's no rest for a small business owner, no Christmas vacation. But at this point, it is all about helping your last minute shoppers. So what I would recommend here on social media, emails, SMS messaging, you're going to do those last shopping day to arrive before Christmas style countdowns, or, not in time to arrive before Christmas, but here by New Year's, those type of posts. And you could also promote pickup. So if you're a local service business, maybe online shipping isn't really a viable option in time for the holidays, but maybe you could promote pickup, those digital downloads where it makes sense, and certainly online gift cards are a great idea as well.
I love some of those social post ideas, Alicia. Those are great.
Yeah.
So you talked a lot about product-based businesses, candle makers, charcuterie board makers, and then there's the service-based businesses. How should businesses in those two different categories be thinking about and preparing their websites?
So some of it is in parallel between the two, at least when it comes to the strategy and tactics. It's more about the how you do it. That's a little bit different. So product-based businesses, so our online stores out there, or our local businesses that also have the online presence, they need to focus more on categories, their gift guides, shipping cutoffs. So for them, the website should very quickly answer what's in stock, how do I buy it, will it arrive on time, all those questions that online shoppers have very top of mind. So you want to think about maybe having categories like gifts under $50, or stocking stuffers, or ships by December 18th. Those kind of categories, those directly answer the questions or the topics in your audience's minds when they come to your website. And that can really make a big impact. You're making their lives easier, and they're going to shop with you versus your competitor. Now, when it comes to service-based businesses, this is where you need to get a little creative and a little crafty, but that's where the magic happens. We love that. So what you want to think about here is trying to package up your offerings as a gift. You could add a gift card section, printable option, limited time holiday bundles, and I'll give you an example here. And this is a real life example. It's an auto shop that is located near me. Now, you're typically not going to think, auto repair business, that's going to be a great holiday gift for someone, maybe aside from my dad. But they did a really unique holiday promo where they packaged up a year of routine car maintenance, the routine auto maintenance. And they promoted it as a perfect gift for your college students, or for those summer road trips that families might be doing. And it was just done in such a creative way. You could even do it as like a little holiday gift basket. That way you have something physical to give to someone. I just thought it was a really creative way for a non-traditional holiday business to be able to package up their services in a way that would give a really meaningful gift to someone.
Oh, that's such a great example. And I feel like now with AI, there's a lot of those business owners that could pop in their business type and actually get some of those creative ideas to kind of inspire them and for them to explore too.
Yep, AI is absolutely magic for that.
So there's a lot of businesses out there that rely on foot traffic, um, boutiques, the pop-up shops. Now, if some of them want to shift more of their volume, more of their traffic to online, how would you advise them?
You really want to make it easier for customers to purchase from your website, but the hard part is retaining that feel of your business. So you might be, maybe you're a local bookstore and, during the holidays, everybody wants to come into your local bookstore, be around the books, that cozy environment, have a cup of coffee in their hand, mingle with other people in there. But, you also want to sell online, just have more exposure to that wider audience. So what we would recommend first, make sure that your online experience has that same feel or as close as you can get to your actual physical business. And what you can do there, it's all about the design of your website, the fonts, the images that you choose. There's so much customization that you can do. There's AI website builders out there that can really help you get that in a very quick way, along with, of course, website professionals who could help you with the design as well. Now, from there, again, I've said it before, AI is your best friend for helping create that content. Just make sure again that it is unique to who you are and that it does have that feel and that flair of your brand. You really don't need to have a full, 1,000 product e-commerce store. Start very small. Have that website, put a few products on it, make sure you've got content on there, make sure you've got some nice product photos. But really just make it easy for your audience to be able to find you and then to discover you and buy online from you. And of course, you also want to make sure that your local community is aware that you've got an online presence. They may ultimately come into your local store and buy from you, but those people who do that, they're some of your biggest advocates. They're going to share you, word of mouth, not just in your local community, but through social media online as well. So, be sure to advertise on social media. You could do some local focus social media ads, even put up local billboards. Those still work, that out of home advertising as well.
Great suggestions. Alicia, we're almost to the end, I
Okay.
promise. Is there is there anything that you wish small business owners knew heading into the holidays?
Yes. I think it can be very daunting for a small business owner to think about all they need to do to prep for the holidays. I'm already feeling overwhelmed just talking to you about it and just thinking about my own holiday list. So I can just imagine being in your head and how you feel as a small business owner. What I would say is that you do not need a massive campaign. What I do need you to do is stay organized, make that list, and have that solid foundation. So again, have that website, make sure it reflects who you are, make sure it has content that hypes up your business, is marketing driven content, that it has testimonials on it, it has reviews, it has those trust signals. And then also make sure, like I've said, like all those different channels that you're part of. So Google Business Profile, social media profiles, email marketing, Google Ads, SMS text messaging, make sure that they're all updated and that you're using them too. If you have to, print out a calendar, you can go low tech, print out a calendar, make sure that you're using that calendar to map out where you'll be posting and when. Use AI to help you create your marketing materials, but just try to really get it out there and, just focus on just starting with the website and then going from there. You don't have to have, this overly massive campaign. What just matters is that you're clear and consistent across your channels.
Last question for you. What is one must-do tip that you'd like to share with small businesses as they think about getting ready for the holidays?
This may sound a little bit vain, but Google yourself. Look yourself up on ChatGPT. See what is being said about you. If it is not exactly what you want, and it may not be, that's okay. If it's not what you want, go to your website, update the content on your website, update social media to what you want represented about you on Google, on ChatGPT. Now, there's of course only so much you can control, but I always say control the controllables. So that is, updating that website content, building out maybe FAQ style category pages on your website to answer some of those common questions that people might be asking on Google, on ChatGPT. Also, go to social media, make sure you've got an active presence there. Think about engaging with your audience on Reddit, since we know a lot of AI results are sourced from Reddit. Think about getting yourself maybe in some, positive local news stories or community blogs, just getting more mentions about you and that tell your brand story. This at least gives you a little bit more control about what's said about you online.
So good. Alicia, thank you. I feel like no matter what type of business you are, selling services, selling products, there were so many gems in here that any business owner can take away. So I really, really appreciate you sharing your expertise, all of your experience having done this.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, thank you.